Did you know when you were in grade 6, you were 11 years old?
Okay.
Right. 11 years old, right now. What was the worst thing you did when you were 11? Go.
Pass. Your turn.
When I was 11, probably stole money from my mom. Pretty
Yeah,
bad. Pretty, actually,
that's
pretty,
bad.
pretty fucked up. But probably, yeah, I'd say that. I mean, on a scale, though, right? I mean, maybe shooting two other students and a custodian, that might be worse, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely up there on the list.
Yeah, so that happened in America, of course, the home of the gun, right? Land of the gun. Like, not to make light of this situation, sixth grade girl who said school shooters can't be girls, right? Sixth grade girl brought a gun to school, shot two students and a custodian. Luckily, by the grace of God, I don't know, the teacher, some other female teacher said, hey, let me go and disarm the student. You
Right,
know,
right.
I'm just really trying to, there used to be a narrative with the school shooters. You know, they got bullied and then they flip out, and there was always some sort of level of sympathy there. Tiny bit. You push somebody to the edge, they snap eventually. Grade 6, 11. What could
Yeah,
what could have pushed somebody there at that age?
yeah. You know it's funny. We did a story about the kid who drank piss, um, because he was being bullied or whatever, and he ended up having to drink his own piss because he was bullied or whatever. And I said during that story, I'm like, there's no way you're getting me to drink piss. Like, there's other means. Like, I'll die before I drink piss. You see what the complete opposite looks like? This is what the complete opposite looks like.
That's a good point. That's a
This is
that's
what
a
happens
that's a
if you
really
mess with
good
the wrong
point.
child. Yeah, this is what happens if you mess with the wrong child, right? Because one kid is drinking his piss and the other one's walking into the school with a gun. Like, something happened. They didn't just do this for no reason. Like, something happened, and unfortunately, the articles and everything, there's no information about what actually brought this on. And I guess because it's a minor, they have to keep certain things quiet.
Exactly.
I would love to know what brought this on, though, what caused it. It doesn't justify it, but it does help to understand the story a little bit better. Because just based on what you have right now, it sounds wild, bro. Like, for all reasons. How did she get the gun? How did the gun get into the school? Don't most of the schools in the States have metal detectors, from what I know? I know they don't all have them, but most of them do. I don't know if this school does. Second of all, how long was that? Where did she learn how to use the gun? Right? Take it back to her household. Is this the way that they show their emotions? Is this how they relieve themselves of anger? So many questions.
I mean, one question and more of commentary, I guess. Watch your kids, man. Listen, teachers, you're there to teach. You're there to educate. That's your job. I get it.
Yeah.
And that's where it ends. You don't got to take it any further than that. You're not a guidance counselor. You're a teacher. Watch the kids. Kids getting bullied. Kid looks depressed. Talk to the kids. Talk to the parents. Parents, watch your kids. Kid comes straight home, straight to bedroom, not eating, not socializing. Have a conversation. To your point, my guy, this started somewhere. This didn't just poof out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So somewhere the ball was dropped. Somebody missed the mark. This is a sad story all around. Thank God, no fatalities. But 11 years old, man. Viewing public, what are your thoughts on this one? Leave it in the comments. Please be respectful. And let's try to keep it light. What was the worst shit you did when you were 11 years old? I'm a bastard. I stole money from my mom's purse. But I got her back 100 times over. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Deuces. So, there was a dude who was evading the popo. Makes sense. Cop cars are...
First, this is one of my favorite topics that we have ever spoke about ever, because there's just so much to unpack in this story before he gets into the details. But hold on. I want to remind people to like the video here. This is the moment where we do that. You know what I'm saying? Please click that like button right now if you're in this video, because it's about to get juicy. It's about to get squishy.
Now, I mean, cop cars are really fast. Like, they are fast. I don't know if they got some, like, Vin Diesel, like, Fast in the... I don't know what they got in there. They're quick. So if you're trying to outrun a cop car, probably want to be in a cop car. I like this guy. He thinks just like me. He is taking the cops on a high-speed chase in a cop car. Awesome. Cops are like, fuck that. Pull some kind of like NFL play and they
use the pit maneuver.
Pit maneuver, take him out of that cop car.
Knocks him to the woods.
Homie was like, wait a second. I like the feel of that cop car. Hops into another one, which just so happened to be running with the keys. Like, what the hell? And
with the keys in it, right close to where he could run to it. Yeah. Hops in that car.
And then, so anyways, long story short, they catch the guy. They don't know what to charge him with.
Let's play a game. Let's play a game called What Race Is This?
My favorite game.
Now, what race do you think this guy...
Funny thing is, I read the story, didn't watch the video. So, obviously, it's Florida, it's crazy. I'm just gonna... To be honest with you, it could be any race. You're just from Florida, so either way. But I'm gonna roll the dice, and I'm gonna go white.
Yeah. I'm curious as to what people think this guy's race is. I'm honestly not going to give the answer. I honestly want people to know or check it out for themselves and then guess, and then go check it out for yourselves. That's the only way to do it here, because I'm not going to come off as the guy who did the racist shit on this. Just go look, and then you'll understand what I'm talking about right now. It's crazy what's going on in Florida with everybody.
Viewing public, yeah, man. I don't know what race he is, but he is my hero. And if they do make another Fast and the Furious movie, they will. And God rest Paul Walker's soul, but they need to hire this nigga because
who trained these cops?
Yo, he can do his own stunts.
Still 2 cop cars. This guy is a legend.
Yo, leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, man. Deuces. I'm loving it. McDonald's, bro. I haven't had McDonald's in a very, 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 very long time. That's a lie. I mean, that part is true. But then, like, maybe, 6 months ago, 6 months ago, I gave in. And I'm like, you know what? That was the worst thing I could have ever done. I'll save you the details, but bathroom. So I worked at a Mickey D's when I was in high school. It was like my first job, right? And when I worked there, bro, I worked there in the summer, doing like 40, 50 hours a week, late nights, getting paid like $6.15 an hour. When my check came after taxes, and I seen like $350, $400, ballin'.
Right.
You at home, you don't got no, you know what I mean?
No bills, yeah.
Laughing.
That's all yours.
All mine. Sometimes people don't realize when they got a good thing. In the States, these McDonald's employees, I think it's in 15 states? Or is it 15 cities?
15 cities or something like that?
They are, 15 cities. They are striking. They're striking because they want their wages bumped up to $15.50 an hour. Fine. You're entitled to do that. It's America, after all. But is America a communist country?
What do you mean by... Well, it's not, but what do you mean when you say that?
What I'm trying to say is America is a place where you can go and you could, live the dream. You could become rich. How you become rich is up to you. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is McDonald's is a multi-billion-dollar corporation. What they choose to pay their employees is up to them, right? So if they want to pay them pennies, peanuts, the lint out of their pocket, that is up to them. If you choose to work for pennies, peanuts, and lint, that is up to you. There are other fast food establishments that I'm pretty sure have the exact same qualifications to be employed there that you can work at. If you are not happy, leave. It's really that simple.
But there's a different situation now. See, this staff in these areas or these cities, or probably more of these cities now, people don't want to work at McDonald's for the exact reason you're saying. They're not paying enough, and there's other places you can go to get paid more, like a FedEx. You can go to a Costco. You can go to a Sam's Club and get paid more. You know what I mean? So why Walmart? Some Walmarts are paying more. So why would you want to do that? You know what I mean? So what they're doing right now is they're saying to their employees that this is what your mentality. This is what we're paying. And they're leaving. So now they're overworking the employees that they do have. They're working more hours because they don't have enough people, or service is slower. It's affecting their business now. Now it's affecting their business. It's giving them a bad rep. On top of that, it said, or you can look it up, but they made in profit in 2020 $5 billion in profit. And they gave their shareholders, it said in the article, I believe, $4 billion profit in dividends.
Okay.
They're not struggling. They're not struggling.
Who said they have
money.
to
They
be
can
struggling?
afford. If they up their pay from what it is to $15, that $5 billion would go to what? $4.5 billion?
But
what's the problem?
But
What's the
again,
problem?
it goes to my initial point. America is not a communist company. If they want to pay their employees peanuts and lint, that is up to them. Now, when you said that it is giving those locations a bad reputation, service is slow and things like that, okay, great. That's if I'm working there, I'd be like, fuck, man, they got to do something now. I mean, their business.
That's
but if they're but if they're still not doing anything, because remember, it's the employees that are striking. Why the fuck would I have to strike if the business is being affected because people are leaving because you're not paying enough? You should be the one to do. They're still not doing anything, so obviously they don't give a fuck. So why do you give a fuck?
Come on, you gotta give a fuck. Imagine being that person who's overworked, who's working them extra hours, and you have bills to pay. You're struggling to pay. You're going from check to check to check, and these bigwigs sitting in their office at McDonald's are getting hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars in pay. You know what I'm saying? They're not having to deal with the same problems that you're dealing with. And all you're asking for, it's not like they're asking for the world. They're asking
they're asking for a little bit. Yeah, 100%.
They're asking for a few extra bucks. They're not asking for anything crazy. $15 is not a crazy number to hear. And especially when you compare it, like I said, to all the other places around them, all the other businesses who have either raised their pay or given their staff bonuses or more incentives, something that McDonald's has failed to do any of. Why?
Look,
why would you want that reputation
as
a business?
I don't want to be insensitive here. I agree with the workers. I'm a worker. I agree with the worker. I'm always on the side of the worker. But we're talking business here. And to your point, bad reputation, hurting the brand, etc., 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 etc. The business is clearly not affected by that. My guy, you want to know why? Because if you, and I'll take a quote from Dame Dash, if you sell crack, if you sell coke, and your crack and your coke is the shit, it's the best on the street. You know how addicted that shit is. You could treat the fiends, the customers, like you could spit on them. They're still going to come back to you. McDonald's is not affected by this slander, bro. To the point that the employees are striking. It should be the opposite. They should be betting. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. I don't give a fuck. If you don't like it, leave.
I mean, we see what happens because the timing of the strike is well timed. It's on the 19th of this month, which is Wednesday.
May 19th, yeah.
Yeah, and that is apparently the day before their annual shareholders meeting. So where all the big shareholders in the company meet up and they talk about how they're going to earn them more money and all this stuff. This is something that's happening the day before, something they're forced to have to address whether they blow it off or not.
My guy, you're from Jamaica, right?
Yes.
What other country have you traveled to?
Cuba, Florida, St. Kitts, St. Lucia.
Great. Bunch of different countries. Did you know in all those countries you can go to McDonald's?
Yes.
You think they give a fuck about 15 cities in America striking?
Well, fuck them. Care about their American.
They're gonna be like fuck those cities. That's what they're gonna say.
Care about the American.
Bro,
brand
all the McDonald's in those 15 cities combined. Let's just say all those 15 cities were in separate states. all all the McDonald's in
I
those
see where you're
15
going with
states
this,
combined, there's still more McDonald's in the remainder states, the rest of the
You want to hear
states.
you want to hear my comeback to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
What's the recovery rate on COVID?
Oh my God. Anyways,
Bang. Exactly. It
listen.
matters.
To be clear, I am 100% for the workers. If I sound like an asshole, I apologize. But I ain't talking shit. I may sound like an asshole, but I ain't talking shit. It is what it is. It's business. You know what I'm saying? It is very fucking unfair. And
Yeah.
I would hate to be in that position. I would. I really, really would. And I am sympathetic to their plight. To their and I'm for their cause. But fuck, man. Well, fuck, man. They don't care. It's McDonald's, nigga. You know they paid Justin Timberlake $15 million for his song "I'm Loving It" just because they wanted to use it for the slogan. $15 million.
Travis Scott made a deal with McDonald's and has been paid more than about a million employees' lifetime salaries at McDonald's. Like, what are we talking about? Come on, they have the money.
No. What are we talking about? That's what we're talking about. That's that in a nutshell. That's it. Viewing public, are you eating McDonald's? Don't. You'll go to the bathroom and it will be a very, very sad day for you.
Don't do that. Don't do that. McDonald's, in case you want to sponsor us in the future, I'm cool with the Big Macs. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Yo, leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. The nuggets are fire, though. Deuces. Childish Gambino. This is America. Right. Amazing record. Visuals, fire. Beats, dope. Just sick. Perfect timing, too. Right? Perfect timing. Probably made millions of dollars, and that's more than likely to understand.
For sure.
But he's being sued. He's being sued by an artist named Kid West, who claims the song copied his track Made in America, which was released 2 years earlier. So here's a quote. He claimed the song shared a distinct and unique vocal cadence, delivery, rhythm, timing, and phrasing, end quote. And noted how the chorus of Made in America and This is America were written in the same meter. So he's demanding a trial and is seeking damages, including lost profits and opportunities, with no sum. So no sum is being mentioned, but he's claiming that Glover, so Gambino, Childish Gambino, and his co-writers made hundreds of millions of dollars from This is America. So essentially what he's saying is, man, if you didn't copy my song, then that could have been me. You know, people would have known my name more. I could have had songs with Jay-Z and, my YouTube channel, this is him right here, wouldn't have 701 subscribers. Come on, Danny Glover.
That's a subscribers after
Glover.
The story. Yeah. After the story dropped, that's his subscribers.
Seriously. So, I mean, I'll let you go. Sorry. It's funny.
I mean, I don't even know. I think it's very clear how you feel about this.
Yeah.
And as much as I want to argue the opposite side, I can't. This is just stupid.
Yeah.
This is just dumb. I can't even lie and make up that I feel for this guy even in the least bit. One, this song is old at this point. I don't even remember what year this song came out. That's how long ago it came out. You know what I mean? Second of all, I listened to his version or whatever the song is called. Made in America. Hopefully, it's going to get some views for him.
It's up to 400,000 now after this.
Oh, that's nice. See, yeah, it's going to get some views for sure. Just so that people can listen to it and realize it sounds absolutely nothing.
Not even close.
Like This is America. The concept is totally different. The video is completely different. There is nothing similar about these tracks at all, other than the In America. And actually, it's just America, because one is This is America. And one is Made in. Yes, sorry, my bad. It's just a country, which they're
both from, and they both live in. So very plausible.
What are we doing here, bro? What evidence did he get from his private investigator to let him believe that he could win a case like this?
This is the only similarity that the two songs have. If you watch the beginning of the video, each video, they both have the exact the song title. They're both in white font, and they both have very, very similar font. And that's where it ends. And the intro of the video is like a second, literally.
Yeah.
Also, his claim that he ruined opportunities and possibilities for the song doing whatever it was supposed to do. Okay, look. This is how this works, okay? This is called common sense. If Childish Gambino somehow heard his record, right? His unreleased record, and then he put the song out, and it did whatever it did. Cool, you might have a case, because then it's like, fuck, man. I recorded this song first, timestamp studio and everything. You copy me, you put the song out.
I can hear it immediately.
I can't put it out now. What do I do? Bro, your song was out 2 years earlier. How the fuck did he distract anybody from listening to your song? Your song did nothing. So, case closed. Done. This is a sickening display. And if I'm Childish Gambino, I am at home laughing my balls. As a matter of fact, I may even just put this on my Instagram live. No comments, no commentary. Just give you a little bit of light.
Not a chance. No more views for you. No more views for you. I'm not even, no way. Because I question all the time how certain shit makes it into the news and makes it into so many people's, living rooms and their eyes and their cell phones. And how did this pop? I don't know how this popped. But hey, listen, congratulations, my guy.
Kid West.
Well, I'm my guy. Congratulations, Kid West. You did a great thing. You did a great thing in advertising and marketing.
Yeah, this is not even
6-year-old song. 7-year-old song.
This is not even 15 minutes of fame. This is just nothing. Viewing public, what are your thoughts here? Have you seen the record? I'm not sharing no links. Go search it. Kid West. It's the only song that pops up because it's the only one anybody's ever talking about. And get back to us. Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Deuces. Jaleel White, Steve Urkel, you got any cheese? Apparently was not feeling the love when he first joined the cast of Family Matters. Family Matters was on for a bit before Steve got introduced to the show. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Remember Rachel? Aunt Rachel from the show?
Oh, the aunt. Yeah. The light skin.
And then she had the son, the little light skinned nigga. Yo, that could have been Drake. Yes. That could have been Drake when he was a kid.
Curly haired boy. Yeah.
The point is, the reason I bring them up is, the show was trying things out, characters. They wanted it to work. Rightfully so. And it worked. But it only worked because an annoying little kid named Steve Urkel appeared on the show. According to Jaleel White, it was supposed to be a one slot, one and done.
Yeah, that's a big time story. If anybody who knows this story knows it's a good story.
Yeah, but they loved him, and the rest is kind of history. And apparently, he carried he carried the show. I'm thinking now, and pretty much all of the major storylines somehow included Steve Urkel.
No, come on, it was him and Laura.
And Carl. Carl had his moments. Him and Carl, big guy. They had their
yeah. Carl Winslow, yeah.
But
it was if it wasn't for Steve Urkel's character, I couldn't see that story. I don't even see that show making sense without him in it. Seriously, who else would have carried that show? Who would have been the one to carry that show? Carl Winslow? Would we have learned about a cop's life with his family? That would have been great. Oh, so much fun.
Hold on. Let's briefly play that out for a second. So, Steve and Carl had their banter. So now remove Steve from the equation, and then let's focus on Carl. Cop's life. Okay, fine.
Yeah, because I already said that.
Hold on.
Yes.
Laura and Steve. We all know their relationship. Steve loving Laura, Laura ignoring Steve. Remove Steve from the equation. So now we focus on Laura. What teenage girl at school?
First of all, her and her brother would have had the same storyline because they went to the same school. So, boom.
And then obviously we know
they already had that show. It's called Saved by the Bell.
Thank you.
That wouldn't have worked.
And then
Saved by the Bell wouldn't have worked.
And then Eddie and Steve had their thing. Jock, nerd. Steve thought they were best friends, and secretly they were best friends. But Eddie always kind of clowned them when he was. Remove Steve, and again to your point, we just got a black.
That show was.
It wouldn't have made it without Steve.
They should have been happy that he joined the show. Everybody should have been happy that he joined the show, but they're not because everybody likes to get the light,
Okay,
especially
but
when they think it's just them.
why do you think Steve brought this up? That nobody liked him.
I have no idea. I don't know what the full context is of the interview. This interview is long as hell, and I don't know what the question exactly that was asked or what made him feel like he needed to say this.
Oh man, you know why.
I mean, yeah, well, yeah, he has weed. He has his weed line. Yeah, he has his weed line. Yeah. But you see, I was trying to scoot around that because this is my doppelganger now. So
Right.
I'm going to defend my boy all day long. So I don't think it had nothing to do with that. Even though, go get you some purple Urkel. Make sure you go to the website, check that out. Get you some of that. But I don't think it had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, it was all about the weed. He just wanted to get people talking. Listen, man, Family Matters is a dope show. I can't find it anywhere online. I remember when burnt DVDs were the thing. You know what I'm saying? Where you could get the bootlegs. I had one of my homies bootleg the entire 9 seasons. I got it home and I was so psyched to watch it. None of them worked. So listen, man.
The problem is you got to get a bootleg DVD player now. So you can't even find those. So
listen, man, just reading this story has got me feeling ridiculously nostalgic. So if there is a link, I don't give a shit what it's to, even if it's a paid site. Please leave that shit in the comments. I want to watch some Family Matters this weekend. With that, don't forget to like and subscribe. Deuces. If you are in the Olympics, probably nobody watching this fucking channel, but if you support the Olympics, how about that? If you watch the Olympics, one thing you will not see is any Black Lives Matter paraphernalia. No shirts, no masks, no BLM.
Right.
And it's been a rule for some time, like no expression, like political, religion, no nothing. You keep that shit to yourself. Basketball, let it rock. Football, kind of, but that's a touchy subject, so we'll leave that alone. But but the point is a lot of places let it rock. Why do you think the Olympics, world stage, why would they say no to that?
I got a response. It's quick and it's to the point. And if it makes sense to anybody watching, I want you to give the video a like, please, because I think I have the perfect reason here, and it's very simple. See, Black Lives Matter is a big thing that's going on. But unfortunately, the Olympics is a worldwide thing. And Black Lives Matter isn't something that's going on all over the world. It's a big stance, but it's a big stance of a small pie. So when you put something on a world stage, once you allow that to be broadcast, now if there's something going on in Russia, if there's something going on in China, if there's something going, whether you agree with it or not, because remember, some of these countries, they're not all democratic. So they can come with whatever stance they feel like now, because you let them come with this stance. Now I can come with my stance about how I feel in my country about something. And you can't say anything. So now that opens the door to a whole bunch of different problems. So they can't open that door up. That's a Pandora's box that you got to leave closed, because some of these countries, unfortunately, are too dangerous with their stances on certain things.
Yeah, some of these countries also racist as fuck too.
I mean, that's one of the things, but some of them will just bomb the fuck out of you and be happy about it. You know what I mean? Try to control their citizens and shit. So,
I mean, yeah, no, that's that. I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? It's a slippery slope. You open something like that up. All right, well then I'm gonna wear my Blue Lives Matter, or I'm gonna wear my White Lives Matter, or you know what I mean? So I get it. It opens it right up. But I mean, and I'll make this really quick and to the point as well. But like you said, it may not have been something that was practiced right across the globe. But I mean, maybe an American athlete wants to wear it. It's a representation of what's happening in their country. So if something is going on in Russia, maybe they want to wear that to speak to that or to make a statement. Like sometimes these things could be a unifying statement. Like an athlete from a different country may see it as like, fuck you nigger. But like at BLM, because these marches were not all black people. So, it did unify a lot of people of different races, right? So a lot of people like myself look at America as a really, really racist country. So imagine on the world stage a white athlete wearing a Black Lives Matter something. What does
Yeah.
that say to the globe? That's all I'm saying. Your point is super.
It's a great message. No, that's a great message. That's a good point. That's a solid point.
Yeah, your point is super valid because it opens the door up to all types of fuckery.
Right?
But I'm just saying
This,
it could
this
be.
guy this guy wants an Olympics of free speech, like how he wants free speech just to be all up in the media, how anybody could say whatever they want, you know what I mean? He wants that to be in the Olympics so that we have a little bit more to talk about on the podcast. And I listen, I hear what you're saying,
We
but
need,
I want the Olympics to happen. So
we need content. Viewing public, what are your thoughts here, man? Black Lives Matter, religious garb, whatever it is. Do you think that type of expression should be allowed in the Olympics? Let us know why. Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Adeuces. I hate him.
what was that? I think that was Logan for sure.
No, that was Jake. See, I told you.
That was Jake in it? That's seriously?
Listen, man, that was Jake Paul getting a tattoo that said "Got your hat."
No.
That was Jake Paul getting a tattoo that said "Got your hat." He's like, the bloody nose and the black eyes, all that'll heal, but I need to immortalize this moment. Listen, I don't like this nigga, but that shit is funny.
Isn't Logan the one who's actually fighting Mayweather?
I think it's Logan, but they're just antagonizing Floyd just for sport. But no, the tattoo was funny because, like, you know, these hunters, right? When they go and they hunt these like massive beasts, they take the head or they take the tusk or they take a trophy, right?
Yes, yeah.
He took a hat from freaking Floyd Mayweather, the guy who can dodge a bullet. That says something. And if you don't care about, you know, your body, then you get that tattooed on you, and it's funny. But dude, I don't like these two, but I like that.
This is horrible. What's wrong with this kid, man? It's too much free time. This is where too much free time, too much money. And I guess all that boxing knock more sense out of your head, which,
Yeah.
you know, that's cool. Do your thing, man. But I ain't gonna speak no more on the Paul brothers. But until they both become Paul bearers. How about that?
Viewing public, what are your thoughts, man? Yo, Drake, didn't Drake tattoo somebody on his body? Yo, some of these rappers.
Drake has a whole bunch of people that are still alive on his body. That's a whole different story.
So this is what I'm saying. This tattoo to Jake Paul could mean, well, all those living people that Drake has tattooed on his body to him. That's all I'm saying. Viewing public, what are your thoughts here, man? Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like or subscribe. What is your weirdest tattoo? Deuces. So this dad, 2019, he got cheesecake for his Father's Day. Happy with I like cheesecake.
Yeah.
Dad apparently didn't want to share his cheesecake. His son, remember, he's a dad. So the son, his child, is in automatic correlation with Father's Day. Because without the son, he's not a father. He's not celebrating. There's no cheesecake. Son had some cheesecake. Dad lost his mind. And punched the kid in the face. That's crazy.
How old is the kid?
1 second here.
Is it 5?
Actually, it doesn't even say.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't say. Anyways, so punched the kid in the face, and the kid died. He punched the kid in the face, and the kid died over fucking cake. So
Wow.
The crazy thing is after he decked his child, he went out until 2:00 in the morning with the homies. When he came home, his girlfriend was there, the kid's baby mom, called the cops, and when they did an examination of the child's body, it turned out that the kid suffered ruptured stomach, bruised kidneys, and a torn adrenal gland. Turns out he died, obviously, from blunt force trauma.
So not only did this guy punch this kid, but he punched the kid like the kid was a man. Because there's different levels of punching. You know what I mean? I used to box and tumble with my uncle all the time. It's how you roughing. It's how you're roughing a boy up. That's what he used to tell me, and it worked. I never got my ass kicked. You know what I'm saying? But there's levels to the. He realized that he's stronger than me, so you use maybe like a 10% as opposed to this guy sounds like he used the 110%.
You know, I don't understand. I know parents get frustrated. Like, I'm a parent, right? So I understand that your child can frustrate you, and you may even think some evil shit. You understand what I'm saying? You may even think some crazy shit, and then later on you're like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I thought of that." And I'm not saying this because I thought of this. I'm saying it because I heard my mom vocalize the shit you should never say to a child. Right. But the point is my mom never acted on it. You don't. Getting to that level over fucking cake that's a whole other story.
That's a whole different, yeah. That doesn't even need to be talked about as far as how ridiculous.
No, but I mean, like, how could you do that to your kid? You know what I'm saying? And then go out and party. Let's continue the guess what race it is. What do you think? What did you see the picture?
I didn't. No, I didn't see the picture.
Okay, good. What race do you think this guy was?
I would guess that he was European. So he could be. Yeah, I'm gonna say European. So he could be olive skinned. He could be lighter skinned.
He was black. He was black.
Is a black guy?
Yeah.
Wow, I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, he was black.
Even though there's that level of aggression, that level of anger, I couldn't. Yeah.
Hey,
that's
man.
Crazy.
Listen, rest in peace to that kid, and I hope we keep doing these stories, man.
You want to know why I said European? First of all, you're gonna laugh because of like mafia and like mob shit like that. Like,
yeah.
That's why I thought. Like I didn't want to make it seem like it's weird or anything, but that's why I thought
this
European.
Story is weird. Your mind is allowed to go.
It had to be like a mob. Yeah, that sounds like a mob hit.
And again, like I was saying, like, we keep talking about these stories. Let me tell you something. After when we were getting ready, I was just going through my timeline, seen another story just like it. A brother, this brother murdered his girlfriend, his kid, and the baby mother's mother. Also black.
That level of aggression is just I can't fathom it. So.
Viewing public, man, I don't know what's going on, especially if you look like us. I don't know what's going on in our community. Does this have something to do with the level of depression, with the level of isolation? I don't know. I'm not trying to open up Pandora's box because you get him going. All right. But what the fuck is going on, man? Therapy is not just for white people. And if you can't afford therapy, pick up the phone and talk to somebody. Even if you do a random dial, a human's gonna pick up. Keyword human. You express that you're going through some shit. You never know. They might just listen. And guess what? You ever notice when you talk to a stranger, especially if they can't see you, you could just say anything because you don't know me. You can't judge me.
Right.
Hey man, it may sound crazy, but guess what? It's not as fucking crazy as punching a kid in the face and killing them over cheesecake. Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, man. Deuces. Yo, my guy, who's this?
No.
Who is that?
Why? No.
Who is it?
No. Who did that to Who did that?
Who is it?
Serena Williams.
Okay, hold on. Who's this?
I have no idea who that is.
That's Kim Kardashian.
With a filter, clearly.
No, that's Kim Kardashian. No filter. If Serena, I don't know why she would ever want to do this, but let's just say she wanted to bleach her skin to look lighter. And I don't encourage anyone to do that. But if that's what she wanted to do, what's the problem?
There's a lot of problems with that. Like you said, you should love the skin you're in. Like, I get that everybody's entitled to have their own decisions and do what they want because it's their body, but most times when people want to change up their body or anything about them, it's because of their perception of what the world thinks they should look like. You know what I mean? Nobody, when they're 4, 5, 6 years old, is like, I need to get plastic surgery. Everybody's happy with what they look like when they're kids. It isn't until you get that mentality and you start being influenced by what you see on TV and what these kids are wearing and everything that you feel like, okay, now I got to do this, now I got to do that. Let's keep it all the way a buck. So all this shit is all fake. So to be a part of it, you're just adding to the fakeness. Just be who you are. Just be who you are. Could you imagine if all of a sudden men decided to go around and start wearing makeup because of blemishes on our faces or differences in skin tone? We'd get blasted.
Yeah.
Men would get, if I'm talking about real life, not hypothetical. If that happened in the real world right now, and let's say you haven't done that before, is the nicest way I could say that. Like, you're not like into makeup and you haven't been doing it for a long time. Like, just me or you pop up one day, full face, boom, fully made up,
you get
fully
roasted,
beat, as they say. You'd get roasted, but I just want to have my skin look fresh. I just want to be. That's what I would say to the ladies. I just want to be just like you. What's the problem?
That's a good point.
What the fuck are we talking about?
That's a good point.
So people need to stop with the foolishness and understand that when these people get these plastic surgeries and all this stuff, you're being influenced. Stop being influenced. Be happy with you who are. That's why I have a problem with especially Serena, who is the dark, chocolatey goodness queen.
She mocha.
You know what I mean? And when those females especially start doing it, because it's so rare to have them in the limelight as celebrities, which is well known. When they start doing it, Little Kim, then it becomes a problem. Little Kim.
Little Kim could be going through some things. Okay.
This guy wants me to
listen, man. Viewing Public, shed some light on this, all right? Again, to be clear, not a fan of bleaching. You know what I mean? Again, Maybelline, love the skin you're in. I'm pretty sure it's Maybelline. But yeah, I'm not a fan of it. But at the end of the day, man, look, if we, and I mean us, maybe I'm speaking for me, but I'll say generally, I had to clean that up.
You changed that like 4 or 5 times.
I have to. Let me clean it up.
Yeah, that was quick.
But we, meaning the public, if we can accept a child changing their gender, you know who I'm talking about, famous basketball player, wife, Ms. Union, you know what I'm talking about. If we can accept that, not that I'm saying anything wrong with it, but I'm saying if we can accept it, why can't we accept somebody who wants to bleach their skin? That's all I'm saying. Viewing Public, what are your thoughts? Leave it in the comments. And you got any makeup tips? Deuces. Thank you guys so much for watching that video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.
Yo, Chris, we got to 200 subscribers, man.
Finally.
You know what I'm saying? But we don't want to stop there. We have a new goal. The new goal is 500 subscribers. So what I need you to do, I need you to like these videos over here. I need you to subscribe right here, man. 2 guys doing the podcast, man.